By the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles. Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did. The painful, blistering rash disrupted my life for weeks. Don't learn about your shingles risk the hard way. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Benetamaria, and always with me is my good friend, Steven.
Yo, our first two-man show.
Our first two-man show, this is true.
Kicking off the new season.
Yep, we are in Season 5. Finally in
Woo!
Season 5. That was a
no
long
more
Season
locations.
4. That was a long Season 4. Oh my gosh. We're going to try and not do long seasons like that going forward.
Yeah. We'll break them up a little bit better.
Yeah, that was a very long season. But we are in Season 5, and we decided for Season 5, we are going to do deep dives of different characters. And what character to start off our Season 5 is our
Everybody's favorite.
merc. Everybody's
Queena.
favorite merc. Wait, what?
Everybody's favorite, Queena.
Queena? No, definitely not. Everyone's favorite merc, Cloud Strife.
Yes.
So,
You
and
can't start off a Final Fantasy character without Cloud.
welcome back, Box Girl in chat. Thank you. Yes, the Ohio weather is interesting. I recently came back from Florida from vacation, and I got out of there on good time, but left there with warm weather and came back in cold weather, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
That sucks. It's 80
Yeah.
degrees. No
It's
humidity.
60s
here
where
right
I'm
now.
at right now. I don't know if I like that.
This is
I
our
left
best
like
weather of the
7
year.
I left 70, like mid 70s and high, like low 80s to come back into the 60s.
Yeah. But you got out of there in time.
Oh, I got it there in time, yes. And anybody who is in Florida listening to this and lives in Florida, please be safe during all these massive storms that are happening. It has been a very, very crazy couple of weeks for Florida. And I am sorry for anybody who lives there
For the storms.
for the storms.
I'm sure it's lovely.
I mean, it is lovely when there's no storms.
Yeah.
But yes, we are going over Cloud. This is a part 1 of so far 2 episodes that we're going to do with him. We're not in part 2. How I broke it down was continuity and how the continuity changes due to the remakes and everything. It's a little weird. So,
And we'll be talking about Kingdom Hearts.
No, I don't know if we're ever going to talk about that. But as for everybody who doesn't know who Cloud Strife is, he is a major protagonist in the Final Fantasy VII series. He's the main protagonist of 7, 7 Remake, 7 Rebirth, and 7 Advent Children. Also appear in numerous entries of the Final Fantasy VII series as a supporting character including Dirge Cerberus and Crisis Core.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Dirge of Cerberus. Fun.
Yeah, I don't know where, because I barely played that Dirge of Cerberus because it was a really weird game.
Yeah, it's one of those I wish I could go back and play, like one of the thousands of games that I want PlayStation to put on the PlayStation Store, and they won't.
Right.
They never
Wasn't
will.
Dirge of Cerberus a PSP game?
I thought it was PS2.
Was it PS2?
Well, we're about to find out.
I'm looking it up right now. Square Enix, Monosoft, PlayStation 2. Yes, it was PS2. Yeah, good luck of us trying to get that at all on the PlayStation Store. So
at least it's not PS3 game.
Yeah, at least it's not PS3. So we are going to be diving into his history. So we do have some early life before Final Fantasy VII starts. So with Cloud, he was born on August 11th, 1986. Surprisingly, use the same timeline as we do, ish.
It is surprising.
In the mountain village of Nibelheim, to Claudia Strife. His father died when Cloud was very young. Cloud lived next door to a girl a year younger than him, Tifa Lockhart, who was excluded from her friendship group. Bitter as a result, Cloud developed a superiority complex, believing her friends were stupid and he was more mature and different from them. He did not harbor any dislike for Tifa, but suspected she disliked him.
Friends were stupid, to be fair.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, her friends were stupid. Tifa's mother died when Cloud was 9. Not wanting to accept it, Tifa insisted she could meet her by crossing Mount Nebel, taking her friends along. Unbeknownst to them, Cloud followed her, and when she took a misstep, he tried to catch her, but they both fell. Though he was unharmed, Tifa was severely injured and in a coma for 7 days. Her father, Brian Lockhart, blamed Cloud and forbade him from approaching her. He too blamed himself for failing to save her, harboring guilt in the form of increasing anger at himself, leading him to start fights for little to no reason. Because Cloud is an angry boy.
He's a very angry boy.
He's a very angry boy.
He's a little creep whenever you play the flashback and he's just like following him around. He's like,
yeah.
Me too, guys.
In the original and in the remake.
Yeah.
Cloud. Oh, yeah. Cloud resolved to better himself upon learning of Sephiroth and his exploits to set out to join Soldier to become a hero, hoping Tifa would notice him. In December,
I guess 2000.
0000, he called Tifa out at the water tower to tell him about his departure, hoping to impress her. Tifa encouraged Cloud that he could make the newspaper and asked him to promise to save her should she ever find herself in trouble. The following spring of 0001, Cloud left for Midgar to join the Shinra Electric Power Company. So I guess this is where the years, when they left the 1900s, instead of going to 2000, they just reset it.
Obviously, that makes sense.
So, which is weird.
Yeah, we got up to 2000. We'll just right back down to 0.
Right. Despite his bravado, Cloud failed to make it into Soldier, enlisting as a mere Shinra infantryman. Instead, out of embarrassment and shame, he lost contact with everyone from Nibelheim. As told in Before Crisis Final Fantasy VII on June 28th, 0001, Cloud was among those ordered to protect Professor Rayleigh and Midgar from the insurgency organization Avalanche. Though he is unsuccessful, their lives were saved by the player Turk. During the incident, Cloud displayed impressive sword skills for a regular infantryman. Because Cloud's good with the sword.
Yeah, turns out.
Meh. In the autumn of that year, during Chapter 5 of Crisis Core, Cloud met Zack Fair, a soldier first class on their way to Modaheim. The two bonded upon learning that they were both country boys. And when he and Zack infiltrated the Mako words. Help me out here. So what?
Excavation, sorry.
Excavation, thank you. Facility. They encountered Genesis Rapsodos?
Sure.
And Dr. Holloland, former Shinra employees who since turned against the company. When Holloland attempted to escape, Cloud briefly captured him, but though Holloland broke free, Cloud gave pursuit. Both he and the Sung, the leader of the Turks, were taken down by the rogue soldier first class, Angel Haley. So, hooray.
I haven't played Crisis Core, so this is all new information for me.
Yeah. Oh, and Mr. Evil says Y2K or Y2K theory for the year stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah. In September 0002, depicted in Chapter 6 of Crisis Core, a 16-year-old Cloud met Zack again while protecting the city of Juon from Genesis attack on September 22nd of that year, depicted in The Tragedy of the 5 Years Ago in Final Fantasy VII, Chapter 8 of Crisis Core and other media. Cloud returned to Nibelheim along with Zack and Sephiroth to investigate a damaged Mako reactor on Mount Nibel. And then, with Tifa as their guide through the mountains, Cloud hid his identity from the townspeople, ashamed of his failure to join Soldier, though he did visit his mother, who asked him about his new life with Shinra after asking Zack to accompany him. Which is obviously, this is completely different if you play Rebirth. It's completely different.
Is it?
Yeah, everybody knows it's Cloud. Cloud doesn't, hide himself.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So,
yeah.
When the expedition reached the reactor, Sephiroth discovered Professor Hojo's experiments with humans mutated into monsters dubbed Machanoids, and Genova, whom Sephiroth mistakenly believed to be his mother. Geonosis knocked Cloud out, and Tifa helped him back into town, though still did not discover his identity. When Cloud regained consciousness, he was depressed over his lack of strength. Sephiroth locked himself in the Shinra Manor's basement in several sleepless days, immersing in Professor Gas Farmus's writing, and discovered his dark past, as well as secrets regarding the Cetra and the Promised Land. On October 1st, Sephiroth destroyed the village on a rampage, the Nibelheim incident, fueled by his newfound hatred for humanity. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Boss Girl says, it's those damn Dementor plot changers.
True.
That's true, too. That is very true. If you play the remakes or the Rebirth, you'll see these, time Dementor things that mess with time.
They weren't as prevalent in Rebirth, which I'm very happy about.
I guess they were mainly in the remake.
Yeah. Spoilers a little bit, I guess, this episode for Rebirth, because we're talking about Cloud. So
yeah, right. Cloud witnessed his mother's death and the ensuing fire and rushed back to the reactor to confront Sephiroth. Finding both a gravely wounded Tifa and a barely conscious Zack, Cloud picked up Zack's Buster Sword, caught Sephiroth off guard in the reactor core, and impaled him, also giving a speech demanding Sephiroth return Tifa, his mother, in Niflheim, while lamenting he used to respect him before attending to Tifa. When a wounded Sephiroth emerged from the reactor core, Cloud attacked him, intent on avenging the deaths of his mother and all the townspeople Sephiroth has killed. Though impaled on Sephiroth's Masamune, Cloud summoned the strength to overpower him in sheer willpower. Using the katana as a lever, Cloud lifted Sephiroth up and hurled him into the Mako pit below before collapsing. Yeah.
I kind of like
a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I kind of like the originals version of it, where it just shows them back and forth, and it starts to speed up until eventually it goes blank. You're like, oh damn, what happened there? Kind of leaves a little bit more to the imagination,
right? And with this is all through Crisis Core. You get all this through that.
Yeah.
So they obviously expanded the origins of everything.
Mm-hmm. Those three guys specifically, Cloud, Zack, and Sephiroth.
Yeah. So Cloud and Zack, as well as other survivors in the town, with the exception of Tifa, who was rescued by Zangan before Shinra arrived, became Professor Hojo's test subjects, injecting them with Genova cells and exposing them to Mako. Hojo attempted to test his Genova reunion theory to them, and turning them into Sephiroth clones, people whose wills can be overridden by Sephiroth's. Since Zack had gone through a similar process in Soldier, his body resisted the experiments, while Cloud succumbed and developed a severe case of Mako poisoning. Hojo labeled the two failures, placed them in cryogenic sleeping state, and left them in pods in the Shinra Manor basement. Yeah. Things gets intense.
Yeah.
4 years later, in December 19th, 0006, depicted in the optional flashback in Final Fantasy VII in Chapter 9 of Crisis Core, Cloud broke out of the confinement and helped a vegetative Cloud escape, giving him a soldier uniform to wear as old clothes were soaked with Mako due to the experiments. Cloud was mentally broken, weak, and delirious. But during their journey following the escape from Nibelheim, Zack told the unresponsive Cloud about his life and his plans for both of them to become mercenaries in Midgard. Though Cloud was unable to participate in the events, he was present when Zack defeated Genesis, depicted in Chapter 10 of Crisis Core. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, almost a year of running, the pair arrived outside Midgard in September 0007. The Shinra forces caught up with Zack and fought to defend both Cloud and himself against the overwhelming numbers. Zack was gunned down, but the Shinra forces ignored the catatonic Cloud. Cloud regained some awareness and crawled over to Zack, who entrusted the Buster Sword to him, telling his legacy will live on inside Cloud before dying. Buster Sword in hand, Cloud trudged off towards Midgard.
Or did he die?
Or did he die? Right? This is where like the newer games come into place.
That's where we get the multiverse.
Right? So as a result of the trauma caused by the Nibelheim incident and his Mako poisoning and a subsequent infusion of Genova cells and Zack's death, Cloud impressed Zack's memory and fighting abilities into his own. This, alongside with Tifa's memory of him and his own ideal image of himself as a soldier, created a new set of memories with an accompanying persona. As such, Cloud was led to believe he joined Soldier and was Sephiroth's partner in place of Zack, and was in his own memories. He took Zack's place in his distorted memories. Zack never existed. So this is where, if you play Rebirth, this is where all that comes into play. Of he thinks he's a soldier, he says he was a soldier, but in all the flashbacks he is, but then you actually find out the truth that he wasn't. Zack was always with him, and yada yada and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, and you in the original you find it out, and when you go to
Nibelheim, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you find out in Nibelheim.
I think that's when you figure it out. Wait, this wasn't actually. Oh no, it's after that.
Is it after Nibelheim?
Yeah, it's after the Temple of Ancients, because that's when Sephiroth first uses him as a puppet, pretty much.
Oh, that's right.
Very blatantly uses him as a puppet.
They do that in the live stream. Oh, yeah. Tifa goes inside Cloud's head. Oh, that's true, too.
Oh, yeah.
In the late 0007, Tifa found Cloud mumbling deliriously in the Sector 7 slums train station, though he became lucid upon recognizing her. His inconsistent memories and mental breakdowns concerned her. Tifa recruited him as a mercenary to her group on Avalanche Cell, led by Barrett Wallace, while concealing information about his past due to doubting his own memories, wishing to find the truth herself.
It does make a little bit more sense why she's a little more, she's kind of mothery towards him throughout a lot of the game, where she's like, are you doing all right? Every little chance, she's like, are you doing okay? She's always checking on him, making sure he's kind of takes it easy on him when he's being a bit of a jerk to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, at this point, let's take a quick mid-break, thank our patrons, and we will be right back.
You always want the best for your family, and that means only Eggland's Best Eggs in your kitchen. Compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best Eggs contain 6 times more vitamin D, 25% less saturated fat, more than double the omega-3s, 10 times more vitamin E, and more than double the vitamin B12. So why give your family less when they can have the best? Add Eggland's Best superior nutrition to your next grocery list. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show where we're talking about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. Here, we want to thank all our amazing patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And if you too want to become a patron and support us, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself, which are, at the end of the month. So here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And you can also support us on Apple and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. We will read that out next time on the show, which we don't have any Spotify comments. Let me see here. And no reviews. So, with that being said, if you haven't done it, go and do that. Because every review, every comment, everything helps us grow as a channel and a show, and it really supports the show. And then you can also find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, which are those links are provided in the description below, where you can find this show as well as the other shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Gundam Lorecast, the Witcher Lorecast, and the Wizarding World Lorecast. So go check those out. They're all great fun, and, go check them out. I don't know. And then you can also find us live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Ben of Temeria. So, and you can join our great group that we have on my Twitch chat, such as Box Girl and Mr. Evil.
Where you can read Box Girl's ridiculous comment that she's going back and playing 7 just for chocobo breeding and racing. The worst parts of the game?
Those are fantastic. Hooray!
Oh my God.
It's great. It's super great. But that's what I have for the mid-break. Steven, do you have anything?
Not at all.
No? All right. Well, let's get back into more Cloud. All right, we're back. And now we are finally in the original continuity of Final Fantasy VII. So this is the original game.
I'll finally be able to comment.
So, in the number 1 reactor bombing, Cloud helped the group comprising Barrett, Biggs, Wedge, and Jessie Raspberry. That's her name? That's her last name?
I guess so.
I didn't know that was her last name. I just knew her as Jessie.
Keeping up the long tradition of hilarious Final Fantasy names.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Tell him to bring Chocobo. No, Mr. Evil, we are not going to have Chocobo recipes in my Discord. And they attacked Mako Reactor 1 on December 9th, 0007. Throughout this mission, the Cloud claimed to be working only for money, angering Barrett and leading him to question his loyalties. Despite having a brief mental breakdown at the reactor core, Cloud planted the bomb and mission was successful. After the mission, at the hideout in the slums, Cloud returned to Tifa's bar, 7th Heaven, in the Sector 7 slums, which being used as Barrett's headquarters. Following a dispute with Barrett, who suspected Cloud to remain loyal to Shinra, Cloud attempted to walk out. Tifa reminded him of the promise he made to her after deciding to join Soldier, and convinced Barrett to hire him for another mission.
And hilariously goes down the pinball machine.
Yes.
Secret entrance.
Secret entrance, yes.
Shakes his fist and says, all right, I'm going down the pinball machine.
It's great. Barrett led another mission to destroy Mako Reactor 5, this time with Tifa joining them, into the number 5 reactor. Though they reached the core and planted the bomb, President Shinra confronted the group after revealing they were caught in the trap. Cloud was separated from the others and fell into the Sector 5 slums church, commencing The Woman at the Church. Cloud formally met Aerith Gainsborough, a flower merchant who he had ran into in Sector 8 after the first bombing. Cloud agreed to become her bodyguard in exchange for a date after Reno, a Turk, attempted to capture her. Yeah, that's what he gets. He gets a date with a beautiful girl for protecting her.
After falling through the roof and crushing her poor flowers.
Right.
Which completely cushioned his fall from
Somehow.
way up.
It's like the hay bale. It's like the hay bales in Assassin's Creed.
Absolutely, yeah.
You follow great heights and you just like come across hay bales or or like just giant like things of power or flowers, and that just cushions all that damage.
Yeah, no big deal. You go from a mile up in the air, just land in a wheelbarrow, and you're fine.
Right, there you go. Cloud stayed at the house of her guardian, Elmira Gainsborough, who believed he was dangerous and asked him to go back to Sector 7 without telling Aerith. However, Aerith came with him regardless. On the way, the two spotted Tifa being taken to Wall Market on her mission to extract information out of Don Cornello, commencing to Cornello Hall. On Aerith's advice, Cloud disguised himself as a woman so the two could enter the Don's mansion, and the three interrogated him. Cornello revealed Shinra and tracked Avalanche's base to Sector 7 and planned to destroy it by dropping the Sector 7 plate before ejecting the three to the sewers through a trap door.
In one of the greatest moments in gaming history.
Are you talking about the remake?
Oh, just in the original too.
Oh,
yeah.
Was it the same line in the original? I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm gonna smash them. I'm gonna chop them or something like that. I'm gonna crush them. Well, obviously,
it's like Clouds. I'm gonna cut them, and then Tifa is I'm gonna smash them, and Aerith is I'm gonna crush them. I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's freaking hysterical. I love the remake because you get to see more of the actual emotion and everything from Cornello, thanks to, today's graphics.
I don't know. I loved his reactions in the original. That's what we were talking about in one of the other episodes, how back before they had the voice acting, they had to really act out.
So with animation. Yeah.
He had to do like the wacky waving arms and stuff.
That's true.
Incredible.
Chop, rip, and smash. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That would right. So, in the prevent to the fall of the plate, Cloud traversed the sewers and trained graveyard with Tifa and Aerith to reach Sector 7. Tifa requested Aerith to find Barrett's daughter, Marlene Wallace, to keep her safe. While she and Cloud ran up the pillars, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse were defeated, but Cloud and Tifa met up with Barrett on top of the plate. Even after battling the Turks, they were unsuccessful in saving the pillar, as the Turks destroyed Sector 7 and captured Aerith.
Just another incredible moment in this game. I love that part where you're like, all right, we got there. We're going to save it. Psych. Entire plate.
Nope, never mind.
You lose.
In Aerith's secret, Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa returned to Elmira's house where Marlene was staying, and Elmira told them about Aerith's past as a Cetra. In storming the Centra building, Cloud led an attack on the Shinra building to rescue Aerith from Professor Hojo, where he met Red 13 and saw Genova's headless remains in the lab. The group was captured and imprisoned, commencing the nightmare beginning anew when Cloud awoke to find the prison doors open and the guards dead. Cloud, Aerith, Barrett, Tifa, and Red 13 follow a trail of blood to find President Shinra killed. Rufus Shinra, the new head of the company, arrived shortly after, and Cloud battled him to buy the others time to escape, with Tifa staying behind to help. Cloud escaped Midgar on a Hardy Daytona motorcycle, and Tifa riding a Shinra Hauler SA-37 pickup to help them flee Midgar.
I know I've said this 2 times in a row now, but just an all-time moment when you're in the jail cells and you wake up and there's just like the blood trail leading all the way through the building. It's like, yo, what just happened? Especially like the first time you play it, you don't realize, like, you don't know who Sephiroth is. You don't know any of this kind of stuff.
Because he's not shown at all until like halfway through the game. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
One could argue it's better to not show him early on in the game.
Right.
But
That's fair.
we won't. I won't rehash that right now.
And then
but
Mr. Evil says in chat, I'll never forgive him for killing Jesse. I agree. I don't like it either. She was great.
absolutely.
She was a great
Especially
character.
she was so good in remake.
Oh,
Oh,
she was fantastic in Remake. I loved her in Remake. And they still killed her off.
I know. Really broke my heart. And the only person they save, spoiler for Rebirth, only person they save is Biggs.
Yeah.
And,
But he's, saved and not saved.
well,
He's
yeah,
not
he's
saved in the original
Rebirth.
timeline, but he's now in a new timeline.
Yeah. That's who
Spoiler.
you choose to save. Good call,
Right.
Square.
Right? And it's like, I would have preferred Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have loved to see the Jesse and Zach interactions. That would have been great.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Oh, that's a good call.
Because that would be hysterical. Her
Mhm.
like him talking about Cloud and Cher flirting about Cloud. Oh, it'd have been fantastic,
Chef's kiss right there.
right? But no, they didn't go that route.
It was stupid Biggs.
So then the group met at an inn in Calm, where Cloud told his version of what happened on the day Nibelheim was burned, with himself in Zack's place. Tifa remained mostly silent, and Barrett struggled to believe the account. The next day, the group set out to track down Sephiroth, first through the Mithril Mine, where they learned that the Turks that Sephiroth was headed for Junon. Cloud and the group sneaked into the city, where they saved a girl named Priscilla from a monster, and they were allowed to stay over. In his sleep, a voice told Cloud to ask Tifa about the time he returned to Niflheim, but Tifa dodged the question when he did. After welcoming for Rufus' honor, Cloud and the party stowed away on the cargo ship bound for Coastal del Sol. So, that's always fun.
Really, yeah. It's a great part as well. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of Cloud going on there. Mostly
And then
Red 13 mostly Red 13 in a military outfit. Just great stuff.
right. You know about in Rebirth?
Yeah.
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 That
When he has to
was-
wear
It's hysterical. The pursuit of Sephiroth led them through North Coral and the Gold Saucer, where, after resolving an incident, the manager Dio gave Cloud and his friends a buggy to assist them in their travels, and Kate Sith joined the cause. The buggy broke down, forcing the group to stay at Red 13's hometown, Cosmo Canyon, where the elder Gristle Buggenhagen.
I never knew how to
I
say
never
that.
get to say his name right. Revealed critical information about the planet in the live stream and how Shinra's drilling for Mako affects them. When the group reached Niflheim, they found the town rebuilt and inhabited by imposter villagers hired by Shinra, who claimed they had no recollection of either Cloud or Tifa, or the town having burned down, greatly distressing Cloud and casting doubt on his story. Dun dun dun.
Foreshadow.
Yeah. Foreshadowing. Yeah. Things happen here. Sephiroth appeared in the basement of the Shinra Manor and alluded to a reunion Cloud should attend. Cloud and the group crossed Mount Nebel and visited Rocket Town, where they escaped on Sid Highwind's plane, only to have it shot down by Shinra soldiers. Adding to Sid to the roster of allies, the group returned to the Gold Saucer and claimed the keystone from Dio. Cloud and the group stayed the night when the trolley to the park broke down, during which Cloud went out with a party member, Kate Sith, who turned out to be a Shinra spy, stole the keystone and turned it over to Singh of the Turks, but blackmailed the others to let him stay with them.
Shout out to the Barrett date.
Yeah, right. This is this is where you get your 4 options of dates with Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, or Yuffie. And Yuffie's like the hard one to get. The
I
other
didn't even
3
know it
are
was possible.
yeah. I looked it up, and Yuffie was in the original game. She was just the hardest to get.
You just have to be real nasty to everybody else.
I
How do you
guess.
pull that off?
I know, right? I don't know. I always ended up getting Tifa in the original and in the remake, so
Yeah. it's
I'm
always
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy
that's
with that.
a good option.
Tifa's great. Traveling to the Temple of Ancients, the party found Sung gravely wounded after a struggle with Sephiroth. In the heart of the temple, Cloud found Sephiroth, who revealed his plan to perform the ultimate black magic, calling down Meteor to deal a critical wound to the planet to absorb the life stream that would well up to heal it, becoming a god. Sephiroth left as Cloud discovered the temple itself is the black materia needed to summon Meteor. Kate Sith sacrificed his body, though he had a backup available, to get the black materia. But Sephiroth returned. The Genova cells inside Cloud from Hojo's previous experiments on him gave Sephiroth control over him, causing Cloud to hand over the black materia, then attacked Aerith before his friends knocked him out. Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're doing Rebirth now. Yeah.
Wow, and this is in the original continuity as well. This is all original continuity. This is all in the original game.
Okay. I did.
Yeah.
I guess I don't remember her getting knocked out.
Well, no. Cloud got knocked out.
No.
Yeah. He attacked Aerith before his friends knocked him out.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
He's about to attack. He was attacking Aerith, and then, everyone then, knocked Cloud out. And I was like, what the hell?
Listen, words are hard for you. Reading is hard for me.
There we go. And then while unconscious, Aerith appeared to Cloud in a dream, telling him to let her handle Sephiroth. When Cloud regained consciousness, Barrett and Tifa told him Aerith had left and assured they would be there to help him should he have another breakdown. Cloud resolved to find Aerith and guided him to know where she had gone, first through the Sleeping Forest to the City of Ancients. And by the way, in the original game, you could actually explore the City of Ancients. Compared to Rebirth, where we get a cutscene and that was it.
Yeah. Well, you go through the topsy-turvy, spinning upside down thing, which I didn't love, but...
That wasn't even the City of Ancients, though.
That was the...
That was the temple.
Oh, you're right.
That was the temple. The City of Ancients was after the Sleeping Forest.
Okay, you're right. Yes, that's
we
the
just
area
got a cutscene
where it looks like everything's made out of seashells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you explore it. You walk through two
things. You got to explore a little bit more of it than we got in freaking, Rebirth.
Oh, tell me about it.
So he found her praying on an altar at the center of the city's underground complex. Cloud approached her with the Buster Sword and attempted to attack her until his friends yelled at him to stop. Sephiroth descended from above the altar and killed Aerith, impaling her with his Masamune. Cloud mourned her passing with the party and rested her body in the lake, despairing to how Sephiroth could control his actions.
Oh.
Yeah.
The original heartbreak.
The original heartbreak. And if you played the original and then Rebirth, it's not as much to a shock, but they did do stuff differently in the Rebirth.
Yeah, slightly.
So they kept doing a back and forth of the original with the new, and it was really weird.
It was very weird.
It was very trippy.
I replayed it a couple of times.
Did
you? Just so I could really get an idea of what was going on, because it's not super clear in Rebirth. I think they intentionally make it a little wonky. So at the end, you're like, well,
is she dead?
It's kind of like the Inception ending where you're like, did the top stop spinning, or is she dead, or is she not? It's very weird. But
yeah, Rebirth definitely left a lot more open-ended questions than the original did.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. So that is for part 1. I do have a discussion session here if we want to discuss a little bit more with Cloud before we go into next week's episode with part 2 with him, with the latter half of the original continuity and stuff like that. But
let me ask you a question, because I know you haven't played as many of the mainline games as me and Trey, but is Cloud still your favorite protagonist in the series?
Out of all of the ones I've played, I would say Cloud is my favorite because of his interesting backstory and his character arc throughout the games. with the original, and specifically with the remakes and Rebirth, they really explore more of his condition.
Yeah. Well, the Crisis Core stuff is pretty fascinating. How they really lay out, like, okay, so he got absolutely whacked by this Mako poisoning,
Yeah.
and that's why because the original, they're like, yeah, he had a hard time, and now he has somebody else's memories, and you're like, all right, well, how hard of a time could he have had to where he has an entirely different personality
Right.
banging around in his head right now? Like, so that is interesting to know more of the Crisis Core stuff and learn, like, oh yeah, he was like on death's door, and that's why.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then Mr. Evil, yes, the sword did go through her spine and through, her stomach and all that. Yeah. In the original continuity, she is dead.
hmm
And the new continuity with Rebirth and Remake, with the whole introduction of the multiverse and stuff like that, and the way how they showed her death in the new timeline doesn't show her getting stabbed. Like, she's not stabbed physically
No.
in the original timeline because there's no blood.
Oh,
She has no blood on her.
I mean, it goes
Because it kept going back and forth between the original and the new timeline.
Yeah.
And in the new timeline, there's no blood, so she's not physically stabbed. But
Well,
it's all weird. It's really, really weird.
And they haven't paid off the Marlene talking through water thing with her yet, so
Yeah.
it's got to be explained. So I'm assuming something to do with the multiverse is going to have to do with that. But
yeah, I'm excited for the next game for sure, for the third and final part.
Yeah.
I am super excited because I know they're going to dive more into the whole multiverse aspect of things. Because we all know for a fact Zack is not done. We're going to see Zack again. So I guarantee we're going to see Aerith again.
Mm-hmm.
So
speaking of Zack, this is a question I was talking about with a buddy of mine. Would you have preferred 7 had Zack as the protagonist or done the Cloud memory swap thing? What do you think the game would have been like with Zack as the protagonist as opposed to Cloud?
I don't know, because I like Zack as a character. Don't get me wrong, I love Zack as a character, but like, I don't know if the story would be as interesting having because Zack doesn't really have much of a connection to Sephiroth as Cloud does. So
he doesn't have the cells, but he does have the whole Mount Nibel thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does have the cells in him, but since he already went through the soldier program, he resisted the cells. So he can't be taken control of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good thing.
He does have the connection. It would be like how Cloud has the connection with Tifa, but this time Zack has the connection with Aerith.
With Aerith, yeah.
So
true, and that's
kind of flip-flopping.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see something like that. Personally, I'm a Tifa fanboy, so I'd rather have Cloud because Tifa.
Yeah.
So
I feel that, yeah. I'm a Cloud guy. I think Zack is just a little bit too bubbly of a personality. I think he doesn't really contrast as well with Cloud. Cloud's, all doom and gloom and super serious, as opposed to almost everybody else on the team. Like, Tifa's a little serious too, but like,
right. And Mr. Evil, yeah, Zack and Sephiroth were in Soldier together, and Sephiroth was his hero too, much like Cloud. That's true, but you don't get the mental capacity between the two as you would with Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah,
because Cloud has the Genova cells specifically in him, and he has that like mental connection with Sephiroth rather than Zack.
Yeah, he's got to overcome that hold that Sephiroth has on him.
And no, Zach is not Titus of FF7.
He
Zach is
kinda
better than
is.
Titus.
He
Zach
kinda
is
is.
better than Titus. Let's be honest here.
I know this
He
is going
kind of
off on a
is,
tangent.
but he's also
Did you-
better.
Did you watch the video I posted in Discord about 10 being underrated? I know we're not talking about 10 right now. We're
I
talking
have
about
not
Cloud.
yet. I need to watch that still.
Go back and watch it. It'll make Titus a whole lot better of a character in your eyes. I
Oh,
promise.
okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
It'll redeem him a lot. It won't
Personality
redeem Cloud.
wise. Oh, okay. Personality wise. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
I can see that. I can see Zach being much like Titus of the FF7. Personality wise, yes. Because Zach is very bubbly. He's very talkative. He's a much more talkative than Cloud.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's basically the male version of Aerith.
yes.
Yeah. It's fascinating that they get along
Aerith
so
and
well.
Zach grew up together.
Yeah.
So, makes sense why they also love each other.
Where Zach is from Gingaga.
Yes.
Aerith is from the slums.
Correct. But they met met each other. I forget where they met each other specifically. But
I don't mean to poke a plot hole, but when the hell did they grow up together? Maybe
it was like when they were
like
well, I wouldn't say grow up, but they knew each other when they were older and for a longer period of time.
yeah, I guess for a little bit before. Yeah, when did they?
I forget when they met. Now that I say that,
was Zack in Midgar or something for Shinra, and that's
I
when
believe so.
That would be the only
Zack
time.
met her on a mission. Oh, I'm looking this up before I forget and make a fool of myself.
Again, I haven't played Crisis Core, so I don't know if it's in there, and I'm just completely missing it. In the slums church? No way. This two-timing.
In Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Zack and Aerith met when the soldier falls through the church's roof and is woken up by the Centra.
No way.
That's funny.
Did he really?
A 16-year-old met Zack Fire after he fell into the church from Mako Reactor 5.
What?
What? Mistaking Aerith for an angel, Zack asked her out on a date. That is so random. That is hysterical.
I wouldn't say that's random. I think that's a little bit of
That's kind of like a foreshadowing right there.
That's crazy.
The two characters quickly hit it off and began conversing like old friends. Surprisingly, this unexpected meeting marks the start of a sweet yet short relationship between Zack and Aerith. On the other hand, FF7 Remake changed Aerith's relationship with Cloud by introducing her earlier, blah, blah, blah. That's with 7 specifically. Huh. Yeah, I need to play Crisis Core Reunion. I really need to play that.
Yeah, I guess we do. Because it seems pretty cool.
I definitely need to do that. But yeah, that's what we have on Cloud for this week.
Yes.
So, any final thoughts before we end the show?
No. I've said my thoughts about Cloud as opposed to other protagonists, but I'll rehash them for the non-patron members who haven't heard it yet on the next episode.
On the next episode.
Yes. Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, that's interesting, Mr. Evil. Interesting.
I think I know which one you're talking about,
I think so too. But everybody, thank you again for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.